people who are trained to use personality profiling in their profession look for indicators to help them accurately assess which of the 4 primary personality types an individual is. When you are assessing others by using your skills of observation, a single clue alone can be misleading. Keep in mind that no one is ever 100% of a single personality style. They are a blend. However, in most cases, there is a dominant or primary personality style, and this will influence how people choose to live their lives and the way in which they project themselves to the world. Each of the category indicators listed in the following slides can also vary based on outside influences and upbringing. For instance, one family member may influence where another family member chooses to live, or a spouse may purchase their partner's business attire. Using the information that we have covered to this point, and based on your understanding of each of the individual personalities, how could you determine the personality of others by way of your observations? Or in other words, what would you expect from each personality based on the list provided on the following slides? Physical appearance, clothing style, type of vehicle they prefer to own, their workstation, where they prefer to live, type of home they prefer to live in, type of profession they are best suited for, what magazines, books, and information do they like to read, musical and artistic interests, their favorite pet, office environment, wall hangings, office pictures, etc., interior decor, personal interests and hobbies, where they prefer to vacation, sports or recreational activities they participate in. What are some other possible indicators that you should be observant of for a driver? Minimal small talk, wants to get down to business, uses time-saving gadgets, business environment is very formal. What are their top priorities, or what facts are the strongest personal motivators for them? Power, control. How do they operate as it relates to making decisions? Without input from others, quickly, spontaneously. Indicators that you should be observant of for an expressive: more casual, less formal, less structured hierarchy compared to a driver. Will take time to talk about personal matters like vacations, family, etc. More disorganized and/or chaotic. They love spectator sports. What are their top priorities? Fame, recognition. How do they make decisions? Illogically, emotionally. What indicators should you observe for an amiable? Sets up barriers like an unlisted phone number. No solicitation peddler signage on the door. Will develop an attachment to pets and things. Will often drive an older vehicle. Dislikes high-pressure salespeople. Not typically in management positions unless in larger-sized corporations where they are insulated. Poor time managers will make statements like, "Just drop by, I will be here." They are people pleasers, so they commonly say yes to everything. They overcommit, and then they are often unable to get it all done. Very resistant to change. What are the strongest personal motivators for them? Being liked. What about making decisions? Not at all if they can avoid it. Committee or group decision. Involve others. Don't like to stick their necks out. Fear making a mistake and being centered out for it. Finally, what indicators should you be observant of for an analytical? Wants tons of detail, information seekers, needs to know everything that they can from every angle. Much easier to identify by occupation will be engineers, accountants, computer programmers, website designers. They love technology. Their management style is totally information-based, precise with regards to punctuality and figures, and they have a high demand for exact information. What are their top priorities? Being right. And making decisions slowly, well thought out, logically and methodically, facts, figures, specifications, testimonials, supporting data, technical information, slow to move, but loyal and will stick once on board, with legitimate justification. Additional notes for identifying personality style. Observe the assertiveness level in the person's greeting, handshake, and tone of voice. Pay attention to how freely they offer their name. Take note of the level of emotional interaction. Renowned cosmetic surgeon Maxwell Maltz authored the groundbreaking book Psycho-Cybernetics. He is credited with saying, "Realizing that our actions, feelings, and behavior are the result of our own images and beliefs gives us the level that psychology has always needed for changing personality." His claim was that the key to evolving beyond personal barriers and self-imposed limitations was awareness of oneself, the desire to grow beyond, and a concentrated effort to do so. Learning Spotlight number 3. It's time to review what we've covered so far. Each question in the quiz has a 90-second time limit, and the quiz has a 15-minute time limit. You cannot pause the quiz once you begin. The quiz includes many types of questions, including true or false, drag and drop, multiple answers, etc. Read the questions carefully and make sure you understand what is being asked before submitting a response. Many of the questions or variations of them will be included in the final exam. You will be graded, and the passing grade for the quiz is 70%. You will have 3 chances to attain a passing grade. If you fail to attain a passing grade after 3 attempts, you will be locked out of the course. You will have an opportunity to review the quiz responses upon successful completion. If you wish to review the previous slides and sections, do so before advancing. Upon completion of the quiz, please click on the green Next button with the white arrow in order to advance to the next step in the learning path. This concludes step number 6 of the learning path. Please click on the green Next button with the white arrow in order to advance when you are ready to proceed.